I know absolutely nothing about Kingdom Hearts. Never played the game. I know they have Disney characters, and there's darkness and friendship and lightness and someone called Xanahort or something along those lines, but I don't really know anything apart from that. So today we're gonna look at the lore of Kingdom Hearts. We're gonna react to a good enough summary of Kingdom Hearts. Well, let's see what it's all about.
Summary of Kingdom Hearts. I've only played Kingdom Hearts 1 and like
I'm excited.
a third of Kingdom Hearts 2, but I've always been fascinated by the series. I mean, what does any of this mean? So
I see people playing it all the time, and then Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, and everyone was like, it's kind of mid. But then I see the lore, and there's 7 different games, and there's 7 different more games, and I'm like, what is going on with this series? I need to understand.
I sat down with this good boy Gam, and he explained everything to me for 7 hours.
Okay, yes,
Nice.
But it's a lot stupider than you think, and we'll get to that in a long time.
All
and I'm
right.
still angry about it.
Okay.
And now I'm going to explain everything to you in slightly less time. Please treat any non-accuracies a true game word. But before we
There's no
plunge headfirst
inaccuracies.
into the terror that awaits us, there's some stuff you just gotta accept about the world of Kingdom Hearts.
It's stupid.
1. Hearts are not literally hearts. They're
Okay.
kinda like a person's soul, but more like their emotional soul, I guess. 2. Light equals good and dark equals bad, and these are not metaphor, they're tangible forces within the universe. 3. If you lose
Pretty
your
basic
heart,
stuff,
or it's
okay.
overcome by darkness, it turns into one of these little guys called a heart. 4.
But how is he heartless if you lose your heart? Surely if you lose your heart is the thing turning into the darkness. So it's not heartless, it's actually... I guess, if anything, the person should be called the heartless, right?
Body without a heart is an empty husk that turns into one of these slithery dudes,
What?
a nobody. Okay.
That should be a heartless, though, because he's not got a
So
heart.
you lose your heart, you create both a heartless and a nobody.
That doesn't make any sense. These naming conventions are dumb.
Simple enough. 5.
Sure.
If you're strong-willed enough, your husk turns into a special kind of nobody that looks like you and can talk and stuff. Okay,
Sure.
fine, why not? 6. If both the heartless and nobody are destroyed, the original person is made whole again. And whole
Okay.
people are called somebodies. Just I know.
What?
I know. 7. There's
alright.
Disney and Final Fantasy characters everywhere.
There's
And
Stitch?
retcons. 8. This is more of a personal note, but I find it easier to take this all in if you consider it more of an avant-garde interactive art piece than a traditional narrative. Okay, let's dive in.
All right.
Mickey, take the wheel. Kingdom Hearts
I'm
1.
excited for
We
this. This is
start
gonna be
in
good.
Destiny Islands, and if you think that name is heavy-handed now, just you wait. There's a bunch of
Destiny Island, where you'll find our hero on Protagonist Street, where he lives in 123 Main Character Boulevard with his dog of the protagonist.
kids running around, but we only care about 3 of them. Sora, the plucky one, Riku, the angsty one, and Kairi, the milquetoast
Sora!
girl with no discernible personality traits whatsoever. Now, despite having their own cluster of islands to call their own, these kids decide it's not enough and build a raft to go on their own adventures. But
I want to make a prediction. I want to make a prediction on what I think Kingdom Hearts actually is there are kids, and there are things called Keyblades that are very important, that are only assigned to the very important people that have strong wills, and he fights against the darkness, because the darkness is trying to make people into nobodies, and there is leaders of the darkness, and they are evil and they're bad, and then at one point, one of our friends will fall to the darkness, and then we'll try and get him back from the darkness. And also, Goofy is there.
But suddenly, shroop, a big old portal opens up and Heartless start pouring out. Sora
no.
tries to fight them and is absolutely useless until shwee, a Keyblade
Whoa.
suddenly appears in his hand. And
That's
he's all
crazy.
like, no. Now, Keyblades aren't just big keys. Well, I mean, they are, but they're also big metaphorical keys. They can destroy darkness and repair worlds and just generally do whatever the developers need them to do at that moment. And also,
Which is, you know, makes sense because keys repair things, obviously, and also kill darkness.
they're sort of like Harry Potter wands where they choose their master, kinda.
I kind of said that. I half said
The
that.
Sora beats the crap out of some Heartless, and then Riku's like, dude, this evil portal is totally sweet. And Sora's like, I don't know, man, that looks like a bad time. And Riku's like,
Wait,
I'm
is
gonna
there-
go through there. No,
Is her friend falling to darkness already?
Okay then. Yeah. I'll just, nope, here I go. You should not. Through the spooky portal. And then everything explodes, and Sora goes flying, and Kairi sort of phases
Our friend
through
fell to
Sora.
darkness already.
Yeah, that's a
Wait,
little
what?
weird. Elsewhere,
What?
Mickey Mouse, yes! Mickey Mouse, did I stutter? Is like, I gotta go, see you later, huh? And Donald and Goofy are like, what? You're the king. You can't just find the Keyblade wielder, bye-bye. I don't understand what's happening. So after exploding and flying through
This is
space
so
for a
silly
while,
already,
Sora
I
wakes
love
up
it.
in this strange city with bumpin' music called Traverse Town. He meets up with Donald.
Oh, because they're using it to traverse from the beginning of the adventure into the main bulk of the adventure. It is a transitionary state, which is why it's called Traverse
and
Town.
Goofy, who are like, is that a Keyblade? And Sora's like, don't touch it. Meanwhile, Riku gracefully emerges from his creepy portal thing and meets up with Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty.
Oh,
and she's
totally
like,
evil.
Riku, you should totally join me. Look, Sora doesn't even care about you anymore. He has new friends now. And Riku's like, these vibes I'm getting from you are definitely trustworthy.
Wait, okay, the friend falling to darkness, I thought that would take like at least 5 minutes, but no, we're diving right into
So
it.
Sora teams up with Dobbled and Goomby so they can find their friends. They travel through a bunch of Disney worlds that literally do not matter whatsoever. Like,
But it's fun,
fine
right?
if you want to hang out with the adorable little teacup from Beauty and the Beast, and
Yeah, I
this guy
do.
over here, Chub play the tub, fine.
The
But
hell
it
is that?
does not matter to the story.
Sure, okay.
Eventually, they wind up at a big old castle called Hollow Bastion. Riku
I've heard of
pops
that
up
one.
and
I
Sora's
have
like,
heard of that.
Riku, my friend, after being separated for so long, I have finally found you. And Riku's like, girl, that Keyblade's only been hanging out with you to make me jealous. And Keyblade-chan zwoops on over to Riku-kun.
What?
Oh, Scoots, says Sora. Well, it doesn't matter. With Donald and Goofy at my side, we can... our allegiance is with the Keyblade, not you, so...
Oh, damn! You think you know your friends, and then they just abandon you for another Keyblade user. Hell, you hate to see
Then
it, guys.
Sora has a mopey road trip with Beast from Beauty and the Beast until they discover this super spooky room with a giant keyhole and a bunch of sleeping Disney princesses. Riku's in the
shame
corner
he's not
with
gonna key.
Keyblade-chan going,
Oh, yeah, and then what did he say? Oh, girl, he did not. Wow, what a creep, ha ha ha.
But then Sora delivers this badass monologue about friendship and hearts and stuff, and Keyblade-chan gets all flustered and tsundere and zwoops back on over to Sora, and he's all, nice. Riku goes,
That Keyblade's a slut. He keeps going back and forth between the Keyblade users.
Oh, yeah,
Little
well, at
slut.
least they still have Ansem.
and Sora's like, who's Ansem? And Riku's like, this super evil dude that's possessing me. He was
What?
also like totally pulling Maleficent's strings or whatever. And she's like, it be like that though. And Sora goes, you what, mate? And also, Kairi has been drooling face down in the corner this whole time, but nobody knows because she's just that boring.
Oh, she's like Nami, except much more useless. Because, like, Nami's kind of cool and does stuff sometimes.
Beast, who's
She just-
been
Kai-
awkwardly in the room this whole time,
Kairi
points
sucks.
around. After a few minutes, they remember who she is. Kairi! Cries Sora. Riku drones on for a while about how Kairi's the last princess Ansem needs for his evil scheme. And also remember when Destiny Islands blew up and Kairi went zzzz through Sora? Yeah, her heart has been inside of Sora this whole time.
Sure.
Sora goes, ew, OMG, and commits Sudoku with his Keyblade. This frees
that's not
Kairi's
his.
heart and revives her. Yay! This
But he's dead now.
also frees Sora's heart, so he's a heartless now.
Oh, no.
But Kairi's like, bibbidi bobbidi deus ex machina, bitch. And Sora turns back to normal, which
Hey! Also, isn't he supposed to turn into one of those nevermore people?
contradicts everything we understand about how any of this works, but sure, fine.
Wasn't he like strong-willed and he was supposed to turn into a guy that's like not him, but like it's him?
Ansem sees all this and is like, seriously, like, I checked the wiki and they use the word somehow. Whatever. I'm out of
Somehow?
peace. And Sora follows him
It's
to
magic.
Destiny Islands, but now it's all destroyed, so it's Prestony Islands. Ansem and Sora have a good old-fashioned anime showdown. You know, Sora believes in himself, Ansem turns into a boat, and the player matches extra
Just
lock.
like an
Ansem's
anime.
like,
All right, whatever. I'm gonna open the door to Kingdom Hearts, which is the source of all hearts, and it's all darkness in there and stuff. I love dark. Check out my tattoo.
and Sora's like,
Oh,
all right,
no,
fine,
don't-
open it, you dollar store goth, and sort of fumbles with his Oakleys for a moment because guess what it's like? Ansem is all curses.
Oh
fire,
no,
baby
you
song.
idiot! You should have known that the Kingdom Hearts is gonna be good because it's called Kingdom Hearts. Why would that be bad? You ever know anything bad called Kingdom Hearts?
And
No.
he explodes. Sora tries to
bye.
close the door
See
to
you later,
Kingdom
Ansem.
Hearts, but he can't. Oh no! Until guess what? Riku.
He's
How's
in there.
And guess what? Mickey. Why? Wait, where's
Why
his
is he
shirt?
here?
Remember this? It's important. I swear. Do not forget. Riku and Mickey help close the door from the inside.
It's
and
important
Bingus
that he's not
Bungus
wearing a
Problemo.
shirt?
All the broken worlds go back to normal, and everybody returns to Destiny Islands. And Sora is like, "Okay, I'll be back. I gotta go save Riku and Mickey." And Kairi
guys
just
did
kinda
it!
stands there because she has no agency and is barely a character.
Well, she didn't have a heart, to be fair.
5
Oh,
minutes later,
chain of
Sora's
memories.
walking down a road with Dorbald and Goblin when a hooded figure arrives and mumbles something about mystery. Mystery. They continue down the path and arrive at Castle Oblivion.
Oh, I love that game.
Sora works his way through
That's
the
awesome.
castle.
One of my favorites of all time.
Creepy figures that dramatically take off their hoods to reveal their sweet, sweet anime hair.
They're all
There's
Final Fantasy
Lorxine
characters.
And Marluxia and Axel and Lexius and Zexion and Vexen, also known as all the sweet LiveJournal blogs used to follow in middle school.
They
take
really
turns
have
showing
names,
up to
don't
do
they?
Something mysterious, and then Sora blows them up. Except Axel, he survives because
Hey!
he had the biggest anime hair of them all.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to kill Super Saiyans, to be
Meanwhile,
honest.
Sora's losing his memories. The further
No,
he
that's
moves
why it's
into
called
the
Chain of
castle, the
Memories.
more his real memories get replaced by fake memories.
He's gonna have a fake memory about how he went to the DMV one time and then it was like quick and easy and he didn't have any problems, and that's fake. We all know that's fake.
This girl who kind of looks like Kairi, but she's not. She's got different hair and almost a personality.
No, I
Her
can't
name's
have that.
Naminé. And Sora's like, I don't remember anything else, so I better find this Naminé. She seems important and was
Wait, Naminé? Naminé?
long for adventures.
Been watching a lot of One Piece, sorry.
I kind of feel like I want to give her a smooch. A few
Get a
games
kiss?
of poker later, Sora
Kissy kissy on the
finally
lips?
reaches
Mwah, mwah,
Naminé.
mwah?
She's like, yeah, I stole all your memories. You have to take a nap so I can restore them, but you'll forget everything from this game. You won't even remember me.
That's
But
fine.
Sora's
That's
already
okay.
asleep in this big old fancy pod.
Don't care. Get out of here.
Durlap and Gruff share the economy class pod, and they
Oh,
deserve it
no.
for wasting all the health potions.
Look, it's the economy, but in real life now.
You had one job! Meanwhile, Riku and Mickey just kinda leave Kingdom Hearts. Riku takes the wake up floating in a void option, then teleports into Castle Oblivion.
Oh god, it's such a good game. Really good. If you haven't played Oblivion yet, what are you doing, man? What's going on? Came out like 2006. Come on, dude.
He ventures through the castle, but doesn't lose his memories because Naminé only got eyes for Sora, know what I mean?
little
He meets a bunch of
kissy-kissy,
those hooded
mwah, mwah.
weirdos, which, by the way, all belong to a group/cult called Organization XIII. More on that in a bit. And later runs into
Damn, they
a
have 3
clone of
organizations.
himself. Riku's like, whoa, it's a clone of me, sweet. And the clone is like, no, you're the clone. My name is Replica Riku. And wait a minute, why is Replica in my name? So Riku kicks him a few times and Replica Riku explodes.
So isn't that what happens when you don't have a heart? Your heart comes out, becomes a heartless, and then you turn into the bad guy?
Then Riku bumps into this red mummy named Diz, and he's like, don't worry about me
Diz
for now.
not-
Actually, don't
Sorry,
worry
I'm not
about
gonna
any
say
of
it.
this. You got like 5 games to go before things start to make sense. And then Mickey hops
Gotcha.
on Riku's back and is like, well, I'm gonna help you control your darkness better. Let's go! And that's about it for Chain of Memories. The next game is Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, so wait, what actually happened in that game? Sora lost his memories and then got them back because he took a nap, and then Riku was like, I'm gonna beat me. And then Riku beats Riku, and then that's it? That's the game?
Which starts with not Sora, but with this guy, Roxas.
Who's
to find out what
this?
his deal is, we need to first check out 358 over 2 days.
I hate that so much. Why can't they just pick a title that doesn't sound like a date system? What is going on?
That title. So
So
okay,
good.
Again, remember when Sora had a Sudoku and released Kairi's heart and turned himself into a Heartless? That
Yeah.
also created Sora's Nobody, who wakes up in Twilight Town
Nobodies,
one
that's
day,
what they
all
are.
Boopity boopity, where the poopity am I? He's
Wait, his nobody's not him? His nobody's just like a different person?
found by this weirdo.
So he's like
named
a child,
Xemnas,
basically.
who's like, welcome to Organization XIII. Here's your spooky cloak and how to infuriatingly speak in riddles guide. Also, your
Did he wake
name
up
is,
in those clothes?
Roxas. Xemnas introduces Roxas to the rest of the Breakfast Club. Luxor, Demix, Syx, Zaldin, Zigbar, remember him for later, and hey, we know these guys. This game takes place at the same time
Jeez,
as
they
Chain
have
of
so
Memories.
many
You got some
names.
characters going back and forth between the two. It's super. Roxas goes on adventures around Disney World and becomes best buds with one organization member in particular, Axel. They eat ice cream and just totally bro out.
Aw.
It's super cute. Then Xemnas is like, yo,
great.
some stuff is going down at Castle Oblivion. Who's in? And a bunch
Dude,
of
such a good
Organization
game.
13
Play
members
that game,
head over
dude,
there,
so good.
including Axel, and then that ties in the Chain of Memories. Then a new
Aren't they supposed to be like evil? The evil eat ice cream? Is that what they do?
character pops up, the 14th member of Organization 13.
That's too many members.
Her name is Shion.
You're not allowed
and
that
she's
many
like,
members.
I'm weird. I don't know who I am. And for good reason. Turns out she's just check my notes. A replica of Sora created by Xemnas using the memories Naminé took from Sora as a failsafe in case Roxas ended up not going along with Xemnas' crazy scheme.
Right, but the nominee memories are fake, so it's really just a new person. It's not a replica because they don't have the same memories or personality, so how can it even be a replica? What is even the same about them? That doesn't make any sense.
And thanks to Naminé, some of Sora's memories wound up in Roxas too.
Right, so there's Sora memories and Roxas, which means Roxas thinks that he's the original, but of course it's Sora because it's those memories, and that Roxas is the nobody, which means we have to kill Roxas because he's evil, I guess?
So she
Or he could
pieces
be
out
evil,
in
but
an
he can
attempt
be
to save
maybe
us
be
all.
saved?
Understand what's
We
going
gonna
on,
save that guy?
Xemnas captures her and reprograms her to make her attack Roxas.
Were you
Because
a
if she
robot?
defeats
Were you a
Roxas, then
cyborg?
Sora will never be able to get his memories back. Oh!
Oh no!
But Roxas defeats Xion, and she's like,
Cough, sputter, you gotta merge with Sora and defeat Xemnas.
and Roxas is like, what's a Sora? Is that a type of ice cream? But before she can reply, she porfs into Roxas.
Oh
Riku
jeez.
shows up because, sure, why not? And he's like, okay, Roxas, time to go back to Sora.
And Roxas is like, I don't wanna. Also, whomst is Sora?
And Riku's like, fine, sit inside this computer simulation until you cool off.
And Roxas is like, what are any of these words you're saying? Which leads us.
So they can reprogram people? You can just like plug people into the Matrix or something like that? So Sora needs to save Roxas from the Matrix so they can combine and become super duper and defeat Organization XIII.
to Kingdom
think.
Hearts 2.
Hey!
We meet up with Roxas, who's inside a computer.
Wait, this seems like really important information. If you just go from Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 2, aren't you missing like a ton of pretty vital information? Maybe there was some kind of thing in Kingdom Hearts 2 where it's like, the story so far, in case you missed it, because that seems like really important
A
stuff.
simulation of Twilight Town, except he lost most of his memories and doesn't know he's inside a computer.
If you just play Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, you're gonna roll up to Kingdom Hearts 2 and be like, what the fuck is a Roxas? Why am I in a computer program? What the hell is happening?
I mean, we're not supposed to either, because 358 over 2 days released like 4 years after Kingdom Hearts 2, but
Oh, good. So nobody knew what was going on when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. And then they were like, oh, we're going to release this really badly titled video game that's going to explain everything. Don't you worry.
it's just easier to understand this way. So Roxas has his weird summer break and eats lots of ice cream and experiences a bunch of
dude, I
brain
wish.
freezes and glitches in the Matrix until one day Axel shows up. And he's all
Hey.
like, Roxas, you're in a computer, I'm your friend. And Roxas is like, what's a computer? Then he meets Namine, who goes,
Come
"You're
on,
Sora's
dude."
nobody. And Roxas is like, whoa, what's a nobody? He doesn't understand what's going on, but that's okay because neither do we. He finally runs into Diz, who goes,
Look,
Nuts.
just merge
Sorry.
with Sora and everything will be cool.
and Roxas goes, okay, but there better be ice cream there. So he bezorps out of the computer and into Sora, and Sora finally wakes up with all of
Wait, he just does that? Like, the whole 358 over 2 days thing was kind of pointless because you can just absorb into Sora at any point and he's just like, all right, whatever, I'll do
his
it.
memories back, minus everything that happened in Chain of Memory.
And I guess Dallas and Gommet wake up too, whatever.
Mickey,
Have they
now
been
in a
napping this
badass
entire
hood,
time?
sends them off to meet the wizard, a wonderful wizard named Yen Sid. And he looks like this. Yen
He's
Sid
really
goes,
called Yen
First of
Sid.
all, those outfits have to go. Zippers are out. Belts are in.
Oh,
Second, you need
nice.
your
He looks
driver's
drippy.
lights. Go visit more Disney worlds.
So they visit some more merchandising opportunities and keep bumping into Maleficent, now joined by Pete and a bunch of those Organization XIII weirdos. They just don't quit, do they? At one point, there's a battle with a million billion Heartless, and Goofy gets hit by a boulder and dies.
What? Goofy? No, there's no way.
He's dead.
No.
Bunger, you're 6 feet under.
No.
Somewhere in all this mess, we get a big ol' exposition dump. A while ago, there was a nice bearded man named Ansem the Wise, who was a man of science.
But he turned into
Or
a
the Kingdom
dickhead.
Hearts equivalent of science, because this guy was researching hearts and light and wrote his dissertation on feeling good and having friends. Now, Ansem the Wise had an
Cute.
apprentice by the name of Xehanort, who let his heart get consumed by darkness because he's a weirdo.
Oh, come on,
created
man, don't do
Xehanort's
that. What's going
Heartless,
on with
which
you?
confusingly decided to call itself Ansem.
This was the bad guy in Kingdom Hearts 1, not what?
Oh, wait, so they're different people? Okay, sure.
Handsome, they're completely different people.
And Xehanort's
okay.
nobody, which called itself Xemnas. Hey, we know
Oh,
that.
no.
Meanwhile, Kairi's standing
Wait, so they confused together to create the original bad guy who was the assistant to what's-his-face, the Wise.
exactly where Sora left her on Destiny Islands, but somehow in a new outfit, when Axel swoops in and kidnaps her. He
Oh,
wants his
no.
buddy Roxas back, and he's not gonna let Organization XIII boss him around no more. Oh, no siree.
Oh, he's becoming a
But
good
he
guy.
instantly sacrifices himself so Sora can jump through a portal to the world that never was.
All right,
Sora's
see you later. He was
"Nope,
kinda
it'll be
cool.
the
I
place
liked
that
him. I liked
never
his
was,"
hair.
when it clearly currently is. But just then, a mysterious figure emerges.
It's Xanahort!
It's Ansem, but
Fuck!
no, it's Riku.
It's
Riku,
what?
but he looks like Ansem.
Huh?
Okie dokie. Sora
What?
goes on a heart unlocking spree until Diz appears, and he's like,
You think that I'm a mummy now? Here's a surprise. Feast your eyes on my disguise. I'm really Ansem the Wise. The bad
Oh, he was Ansem the Wise the whole time!
guys are conspiring to make their own Kingdom Hearts, but they forgot
got a little something that's right, my looks and my smarts. I'm gonna use this pewter here to digitize the skies. You better.
This is awesome, by the way. This video is so freaking good.
Sora, Donald, Goofy, Riku, Mickey, and Kairi. I bid you all adieu because my computer is backfiring.
So Diz's computer explodes, which causes Diz to disappear, and for some
he's been like for
reason
2
also
seconds.
turns Riku back to normal. Zemus
Hey!
is all, my beautiful plan ruined, etc., etc., let us fight. Sora and Riku hold hands and prepare for a good old-fashioned anime showdown.
Why is Riku blind? Did someone like gouge out his eyes?
Sora believes in himself, Xemnas turns into a boat, and the player mashes X a lot, and sometimes triangle, until
Whoa,
Xemnas is defeated.
spicing it up, are we?
Everyone winds up back on Destiny Islands because sure, whatever. And Namine's there too, and she's like, hey Kairi, nice to meet you, I'm your nobody. And Kairi stares into the middle
Of
distance.
course, that makes
so
sense.
Everything ties back to the moment Sora released his and Kairi's hearts. Either it's poetic in its simplicity or stupid in its stupidity, I don't. This moment should have created 2 Heartlesses and at least 1 nobody, because Kairi's heart isn't really connected to her body at this point. But Kairi is a princess of heart, meaning she has 0 darkness in her heart, so she doesn't create a heart. She does create a nobody, but she has no body for it to form from.
But
So while Sora is busy splitting off into his Heartless and his Nobody, Kairi's Nobody, Namine, is created from Kairi's heart and Sora's body, which—
But wait, Sora's still there though. So how can Sora and Namine exist at the same time if it's created from Sora's body? Because it needs to use the body, unless it just uses like a replica of the body to form into its own being. But how is matter being created from nothing? That's not how science works.
Which explains why she was able to meddle with his memories and whatnot. So
Okay,
to sum
sure,
it up, I don't know. I said up front this thing was filled with retcons, right? Sora goes, oh yeah, Roxas has been kinda rumbly lately. You okay, little fella? So Sora and Roxas share a ghost hug, and Kairi and Namine are chill, I guess.
Is Roxas
Oh,
dead? Because he got absorbed, so he shouldn't exist anymore. So how can a spirit of something still exist if he's dead, right?
He recovers from being dead.
Goofy's
washes
alive!
up on the shore with that dang old Mickey Mouse insignia on it. What do you want now, you
Mickey Mouse Smash? Oh, is this when he goes in
Before we
Smash?
open that envelope, Birth by Sleep.
Uh-oh, it's another
10
spin-off.
years earlier, we got
What?
these 3 sweet pieces of anime hair.
Wait, no.
Aqua,
What?
Terra, and Ventus.
That's fucking Roxas, what?
Weirdly, Ventus looks a lot like Roxas. Like,
Yeah.
identical. I mean,
Yeah.
I know compared to Dozenkrantz and Goofenstern over here, Roxas and Sora look a lot alike, but trust me, Roxas resembles this guy, Ventus.
They look
for
exactly the
reasons.
same.
The 3 of them are being trained by Master Ericus to become Keyblade Masters. Ventus is too young and spunky, so he has to wait while Aqua and Terra take their final test, the Mark of Mastery.
I was wondering
Also,
what was going on with the
this was
Keyblades. I haven't mentioned them in a
land of
while.
departure. Aqua passes and she's all like, neat. But Terra fails because he's got too much angsty darkness and Spencer's coupons inside his heart. And Ericus
Oh
takes
no,
one
he's
look
so
and
evil.
goes, girl, get yourself sorted out. Meanwhile, in a
Go stop
fancy
being so
land
angry
for
all the
fancy
time.
lads called Radiant Guard.
Go have a Snickers.
Handsome the Wise is researching how hearts work and stuff. He's got some test tubes and like a computer, and he's going, oh yes, interesting. And he's surrounded by all of his hot anime friends who kinda look familiar.
Oh, they're gonna make Organization XIII, aren't they? Yeah, they are. If they are, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And also, make sure to subscribe to Barry's channel in the description because he makes fantastic videos.
There's also a little girl here named Kairi who's got no personality. Look at her go. Elsewhere,
Uh-oh.
Aqua and Terra pop out of a portal.
Wait a minute, how old is she? How old are the characters in this? Like, isn't Kyrie like 3 years old at this point or something like that? I don't
Because
know.
of course they do. They meet these 2 little babbies named Sora and Riku. Terra walks over and is like,
Wait,
"Ew,
baby?
This one is totally giving me Ventus vibes.
They 12?
Hey kid, now you know how to use a Keyblade. You won't remember this when you're older. And Riku dribbles on himself. Also, Kairi comes over from Radiant Garden and Aqua maybe teaches her how to use a Keyblade?
Wait, Kyrie's like way older than Sora and Riku then.
Ventus is wandering alone by himself somewhere when this hot piece of action rolls up on a motorcycle. and is like,
damn.
remember me? And Ventus is
Hey.
like, nope. And Hot Stuff takes off his helmet and is like, how about now? And
Oh, he's got black hair! That's
Ventus is
kind of cool. It looks like Chaz from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, if anything.
like, sorry, I only know one other dude with yellow eyes. Wait! Turns out Ventus forgot a whole bunch of stuff that was super important. Before he was being trained by Master Ericus, his master was this objectively evil-looking dude with yellow eyes named Master
Xanahor! I
Zan.
was gonna say it was Xanahor. I was gonna say Ansem, but no, it's Xanahor, of course.
How about that?
But that's the guy that split into 2, who became Ansem and the other one.
Xehanort was trying to get Ventus to unleash the darkness in his heart to summon this all-powerful Keyblade called the Keyblade.
What? No, dude, you can't call it the Keyblade. because there's so many Keyblades. Also, this one is an actual blade, as opposed to Sora's, which is just a key.
That's the Greek letter key. But Ventus was like, I don't wanna, I'm a good boy, look at my badge. And Xehanort's like,
Fine, I'll just take your darkness myself.
and goes shoobly bop, sucks the darkness out of Ventus's heart, and makes Motorcycle Man, also known as Vanitas. Oh,
Okay, so this is a guy made of pure darkness
and
then.
he looks exactly like an evil Sora, but just don't about it, it's fine. Flashback.
There's more Soras in Kingdom Hearts than there are Gokus in Dragon. Okay, no, there's not. Never mind. Sorry.
Ventus is like, oh yeah, I remember. And Vanitas is like,
Cool, we gotta fight. Meet me at the Keyblade graveyard.
okay,
The what?
so long ago there were tons of Keyblade wielders and they all fought over the Keyblade in this epic war, and now all that's left is a bunch of keys in the ground. But Ventus knows all this and just
Gotcha.
goes,
Why didn't people go and steal them? Because then they could be Keyblade wielders and be epic. I guess only some people can choose to be a Keyblade wielder because the Keyblade chooses the wielder, which means you probably couldn't even lift it up. It's probably like Thor's hammer or Mjolnir.
okay. Meanwhile, Terra's getting super moody and kills Master Ericus. Ericus
That's
is
not
like,
how
"Why,
you not
my
be
people?"
darkness.
And Terra's like, I don't know, Gam didn't go over this part in detail, but I'm assuming darkness? Then everyone piles into the minivan and heads on over to the Keyblade graveyard for their big anime fight. And you know it's serious because nobody turns into a boat.
Why
Ventus
even bother?
versus
What's the
Vanitas.
point?
Terra versus Xehanort, who's like, hello. And Aqua versus this dude who you might recognize better like this, but he doesn't have his cool eye patch and scar yet.
Oh,
Named Ray.
so it's
Xehanort is
our
like,
Organization 13 guys, and Xehanort's like the leader, and then Terra's gonna try and beat him, and maybe that's how they split?
That's
probably how they split.
Keyblade, not Keyblade. And with that, I'll control Kingdom Hearts.
And Terra's like, nuh-uh, no siree, stop right there, Mr. Bister. And everyone starts fighting. Aqua beats up Braig, and he's like, now I
That's how
look
you get an eye patch.
cooler." Ventus and Vanitas fuse, which sorta creates the Keyblade for a second, but then
Okay.
it explodes.
Damn.
And then Ventus
Wait, what?
explodes.
What?
He's just
What?
asleep, but his heart goes swoosh over to Destiny Islands to go live in Sora's heart and heal up. Sure, okay.
Oh, yeah. It just goes over there, and he's just big chillin'.
Aqua takes Ventus's blown-up body back to the land of departure and uses her Keyblade to turn it into Castle Oblivion. She goes, okay,
What?
Ventus, I'm the only one who knows you're here. Have a good nap now, pat pat. She returns just in time to see Xehanort possessing Terra, forming Terra Xehanort, or
Oh,
Terranort for short.
no.
A while back, Xehanort was like,
I'm getting old. I can possess someone using the darkness in their heart. That's a trick.
Also, psst, this is what Nording is.
Aqua goes,
You better watch out, or I'm gonna Nort
I
you.
am not about this, and fights and defeats Terranort. But Terranort's all like,
Ha ha ha, not so fast.
and uses his Keyblade to unlock his heart, which traps Aqua in the realm of darkness and gives Terranort amnesia because we didn't have enough tropes on our plate already, sure.
He uses his Keyblade on his own heart to open a portal that you can send someone else through that then also gives you amnesia? Why would it work? Okay, sure, no, it's fine.
Amnesia to the mix.
That's okay.
Terranort, just calling himself Xehanort now, becomes an apprentice to Ansem the Wise, and then much later gets his memories back, and goes on to create his Heartless Ansem, this one, not that one, and his Nobody Zem. Now,
Right, yeah, because they split,
we
and
can
okay.
return to the present.
It's hard to keep track of all this stuff. Can you still exist while you have a nobody and a heartless? I guess you can. Because when you lose your heart, you create a nobody as well, which means that both of those things can exist at the same time, as well as the original person, I think?
Well, not quite the present. Sometime after defeating Xemnas, but before Mickey's letter arrives at Destiny Islands, Jiminy Cricket is hanging out with Mickey. You see, throughout Sora's many
Fucking
adventures, he's
Jiminy
been accompanied by
Cricket!
Jiminy, who's been documenting
Jesus
everything
Christ.
that happens. Like today, Sora spent 15 minutes staring at a bowl of oats. Jiminy's
Well,
about
someone's
to
gotta
turn in his
tell
homework
the
to Mickey
story.
when he notices some cryptic messages he didn't write, like some Cure lyrics or something. Chip and Dale digitize the journal and create a digital copy of Sora, Data Sora, to fight the bugs that are corrupting the data, and I don't know, hacking hijinks ensue? Pete and Maleficent are there, some C-tier Disney properties show up, Jiminy's journal appears and turns into Riku. The journal is restored, and Data Nominee reaches out to Data Sora and is like, hey, you got a whole lot of business jellying up your jam ram. You got Roxas inside of you, and like Shion's inside of Roxas, and then there's like Ventus sort of fused with Vanitas. It's just a big ol' awkward Inception party in there. It's middle school dance bad. Also, the bugs are a side effect of me messing with Sora's memories, cause Data Sora texts all this to Mickey, who's like, butter my me-shaped muffins, the real Sora's gotta learn about this stat, and writes the letter that then shows up at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. Data Sora goes, what?
Okay.
Real Sora? As the computer gets turned off because Mickey's got a date with the wizard. Yen Sid goes,
Yo, Xehanort is coming back and we're screwed. We only have one Keyblade Master and you, like, randomly took your shirt off that one time.
and Mickey goes, we'll get to that. What about Sora and Riku? If they become Keyblade...
Is this shirt stuff actually relevant, or is this a joke? I can't even... At this point, I don't even know. It could become around like, Xehanort was actually allergic to Mickey's nipples.
and Sora gets his jam unjellied, we might stand a chance. And Yen Sid goes,
Okay, but there's a lot of jelly in his jam. And it smells like peach.
Oh,
Dream drop
delicious.
in order to become
Dream drop
Keyblade
distance.
Masters, Sora and Riku have to take the Mark of Mastery, the same exam that Terra and Aqua took way back when. But apparently the test is totally arbitrary, and whoever's conducting the exam just does whatever they want, just life. Yen Sid
Oh, that's
charges Sora and
true,
Riku
just like my
with
driving
waking all
exam.
the sleeping hearts of various worlds that have been on a constant roller coaster of exploding and being reformed over the past couple games. They bounce through some Disney worlds and wake people up, but not Sleeping Beauty?
Come on, guys,
it's a
that's
game
rude.
about waking
What's going on?
people. Okay, Gam's telling me there's a reason. Okay, fine. Anyway,
Everyone's
remember
too
the
busy
rules of
sleeping.
the Kingdom Hearts universe, all that stuff about heartless and nobodies and how destroying both restores the original somebody? Yeah.
So they can't exist at the same time. So you can't have a nobody and a somebody at the same time. That doesn't work. But I thought that Sora had a nobody while Sora was existing or wasn't. Wasn't that Roxas?
So all those Organization 13
I guess he's
nobodies
special
Sora
and he's
killed,
allowed to?
They're back as their original X-less somebodies. What?
Oh, yay!
Our protagonist wasn't going around murdering people. See, they're fine. Ha ha ha. Also, keep it together. The X in all those nobodies' names isn't an X.
It's a key. Oh,
The recusant sigil,
Oh,
and Xehanort
right.
uses it to mark his BFFs and track their location.
what? He tracks their location by making their name something? Couldn't they just like legally change their name? Shan Xehanort sitting there like, no, they went into a lawyer's office. I can't see them anymore.
This
Damn
even
it.
works on clothing, and that's oh god.
Oh, it works on
That's
clothing,
how they're
okay.
able to track Sora throughout this game
What?
because they put an X on his shirt.
Oh my god. So did Mickey have an X on his shirt as well? And he took off the shirt and he's like, they can't track me anymore, see?
Woo! Oh, and then this guy shows up. This is young Xehanort.
Also, that means Sora is grotty as fuck. He didn't change his shirt the entire time into something
Yeah,
else.
so now there's time travel in this series. Good! I am over the heart-shaped moon. Thank you! It really doesn't
Time travel
matter
makes
how
everything
time
much more simplistic and mainstream.
travel works
It's
in
good.
this universe,
great.
and I'm scared to open the wiki again, so here's all of Gam's notes on the matter.
Oh,
Basically,
awesome.
at
Yeah,
some
look at
point,
those. Wow.
Evil Ansem went back to Destiny Islands where Xehanort grew up because, because everyone's from there. He met
It's
the
called
young
Destiny
lad and
Island,
was
to be
like,
fair.
"Here's some, going back in time potion. Go round up all the Xehanorts because we going hard. Because,
let's go, baby!
Xehanort's Heartless was killed in Kingdom Hearts 1 and his Nobody was killed in Kingdom Hearts 2, which means Xehanort's Somebody is back and ready to crack some skulls. And wait, why does he look like creepy old man Xehanort, not Terranort? I thought I understood how this worked. I'm doing my best. Oh, but
I guess if you split into two people and then you get reformed in your original form and not in the form of a possession, which means that Terra just kind of doesn't exist anymore because he's been deleted. He's been Control F. He's been emptied, recycled, binned.
now we learn about Xehanort's ultimate
Poor guy.
master plan. In Birth by Sleep, he wanted the Keyblade in order to control Kingdom Hearts. But the Keyblade exploded, and conveniently, it likes to explode into 20 pieces.
Oh, just enough for a collection quest for a game.
7 light and 13 dark. Xehanort is all
Grr, I want those shards.
like he's the villain in a cereal commercial or something. Originally, he planned for the 7 light pieces to come from the so-called 7 princesses of heart. Snow White, Cinderella, Alice, Aurora, Belle, Jasmine,
And Kairi.
Kairi. This is all the business with the Princess Pods and Hollow Bastion back in Kingdom Hearts 1. But the 7 light pieces could also be the 7 Guardians of Light. Mickey, Sora, Riku, Ventus, Aqua, Terra, maybe Kairi.
Wait, Terra doesn't exist anymore. At least he shouldn't exist because he got Control F recycle binned. And Riku was bad, so like it wouldn't really make sense for him to be it because he was like an evil guy. Terra was also kind of evil.
It's not really clear right now. Meanwhile, the
Why not
13
Goofy?
dark pieces are a little harder to
come by. We got
Oh, wouldn't they just be like the Organization 13
a
characters?
couple bad eggs bumbling about, but 13? Not quite. So Xehanort, being the rational person he is, decided to essentially create 12 copies of himself by putting a little Nort into all these nobodies, which together would then act as the 13 dark pieces needed to form the Keyblade. This is why
gotcha.
Xehanort created Organization 13. His
Okay, I mean, and that makes sense, but like there's 14 members at the same time, so like this kind of
plan
weird.
was to Nort each of the members so he'd have his 13 dark pieces.
So
But
Norting is when you like possess them, so he's possessing them a little bit. Is this guy really that evil?
Instead, they thought for themselves and were like, what the heck, dude? And also, Sora killed everybody, so way to go, Sora. He also tried having 2 of the members be as heartless and nobody, which is totally cheating. Xehanort, being
Yeah, that
the
is cheating. That's
rational
messed up. You
person
can't do
he
that.
is, decided,
Hey, that's a good point. What am I doing norting unwilling people? I'll just find people who want to be me. Like, me.
so that's why
splits
sent
himself into
Ansem to
13
seek
people.
out young Xehanort in the past. He's making a new
Oh.
Organization 13 out of some time-traveling Xehanorts and a bunch of other friends called the, wait for it, real Organization 13.
Awesome! That's not confusing.
They should have called it the Super Excited to Be Xehanort Club. So Xehanort gathers himself, young Xehanort, Ansem, Xemnas, Xigbar, and Syx, who are part of the old Organization 13, but apparently just can't get enough of that Nort juice. And
Well, this doesn't make any sense because if you go to the past and collect the Ansem and the Zenmis before they're defeated by Sora, then they can't be defeated by Sora because they wouldn't exist in the world because they go to the future instead. And also there can't be a Xehanort if there's also a Zenmis and Ansem because they literally make him up. So if they're taken from the past and they don't reform, then Xehanort can't even exist in the first
6
place.
other shadowy figures that'll almost
Fab shall
certainly
be
get
explained.
revealed
It'll be
in
fine.
Kingdom Hearts 3. They're probably like time-traveling Goofy or something.
Oh, yuck.
But wait, I hear you counting on your fingers. That only makes 12. Yes, they're 1 short. So Xehanort decides the 13th Nort shall be Sora.
Who totally
He
wants to
kidnapped
do
Sora
it.
Because I guess
Why would you-
Goofus and
Come on,
Balance
guys.
do literally nothing all day, and is about to Nort Sora super good when Lee dives in and saves the day.
Hey,
Lee is Axel's somebody, and he only really cares about Roxas and Shion, but Sora will have
Xehanort
Right,
goes,
Roxas doesn't
"Drat,
exist anymore.
I kidnap you again, but we're all out of our going back time post. Until next time, when the 7 and 13 are dead to fight and summon the Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh,
all the
awesome.
Xehanorts disappear. For now. Riku and Sora go back to Yen Sid and they're like, wow, the whole universe was at stake. Glad we got out of that one. Who we? I almost forgot we were taking a test.
I mean, they
And Yen
passed,
Sid
right?
goes,
Riku, you passed. Good job.
Hey!
Sora, you almost got Nort. You fail.
and
What?
Sora goes, Nort again.
He's literally just gotta be a Keyblade master.
All the characters laugh and credits roll. Wait, we're not done yet. 2 quick games to go.
Oh my god, there's more?
Union Cross.
Long ago,
Right.
I mean, like long ago, all the worlds were connected, and it was the age of fairy tale. In this harsh on the eyeballs place called Daybreak Town, there was this guy called the Master of Masks who wore a sweet hood.
No! Master of Masters? Come on, man. It's like me calling myself best fucking YouTube guy.
Trench like the organization to
me.
And he wrote this book of prophecies with the help of his Keyblade No Name, which can see into the future, but only the future it's actually around, like in the same room. Look,
Right, I mean, it's kind of like having a name, though, isn't it? Why are you gonna name the sword after a jellyfish from SpongeBob?
it's got a magic creepy eyeball. So the Master
cool,
of Masters
awesome.
goes to his
Great.
6 apprentices and is like, hey guys, I'm gonna peace out. Here, you carry No Name around to pass it down through the generations for no particular future sight related reason, and this box, don't open it. And the rest of you get a signed copy of my book. You're welcome.
Majora's
Little did the
box.
apprentices know he gave each of them a slightly different copy of the Book of Prophecy.
No way, that's Majora's Mask. It's Pandora's box.
They read their books and learn there's a traitor amongst them, but
Oh,
not really.
sussy.
The
Sorry,
apprentices
sorry,
scatter to
sorry,
the
sorry.
winds like dandelions and create their own little groups that learn to use Keyblades. Years and years pass, these groups all end up fighting in the Keyblade War and shattering the Keyblade into 20 pieces, and yeah, there's some of your backstory, I guess. Look,
Okay, that
this
makes
is
sense.
a browser/mobile game. Don't worry about it too much. Like,
Hey,
maybe
the
you should know
lore is still
Ventus and
important.
Marluxia somebody are leaders of 2 of these groups, and there's these things called Darklings that are heartless, born from Keyblade wielders. There's a dark
Wait, that doesn't make any sense because wasn't there a Heartless of Sora and that wasn't a dark Cling.
on the box for Kingdom Hearts 3 right about, yeah. But seriously,
okay.
if any of this is relevant in Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm sure they'll provide context for it like the competent writers they are.
Uh-oh.
Hocus pocus, these games have no focus. Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage.
Wait, Birth by Sleep. Didn't we already look at this one, or am I losing my mind?
That's the sound of.
Wait, 0.2? What? Is this like 1/5 of the way to the first one? What is
My
this?
soul escaping my body. Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by. Hey, you know what? Let's just call it No Short. Acts as a kind of prequel sequel that sets some things up for Kingdom Hearts 3. You
Why is it called 0.2 if it comes after 2?
play as Aqua, picking up right after the events of Birth by Sleep, where she was trapped
Wait, there was a Birth by Sleep!
in the realm
What's the same fucking name?
of darkness by Terranort. She wanders around some Disney world swallowed up by darkness, fights her doppelganger, Phantom Aqua, and finds Ventus and Terra, but they're not actually there. She's just lonely.
Oh,
She fights some shadow monsters and ends up falling even deeper into darkness, but eventually runs into Riku and Mickey.
Hey, guys.
Even though her story took place 10 years before Kingdom Hearts 1, time is super janky in the realm of dark. Which sure is convenient if you're a writer and want to get your prequel character present story. Aqua fends off the darkness while Riku and Mickey close the door from the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, and Mickey literally loses his shirt just to preserve continuity.
Yes, Mickey Nipples! Finally! Oh, I was waiting for that.
There's no other reason.
That's hilarious.
What?
Listen, they're focused so much on preserving continuity that just makes me appreciate those writers even more. They could have just left it out, but nope, it was very important to them, and I respect that.
What a guy!
Ooh,
The
he's
door
so hot.
successfully closed. Hooray! Except Aqua is still trapped in darkness. Elsewhere, Yen
Wait, Aqua's
Sid
still
is
there?
like,
Wait, what?
Sora,
What?
Not
Why didn't she
only
come?
did you fail my super simple exam, but your brush with getting Norted actually left you Metroided. Look,
What,
all your
huh?
stats are back to level 1.
Sora goes, oh well, gosh darn, ain't that convenient. I mean inconvenient.
There's no time. Go to the Colosseum from Hercules and hang out with Danny DeVito.
Okay. Also, Lee is a Keyblade wielder now. And Kairi. I am so tired. And that
Okay, I mean,
takes us to
Kairi, I
Kingdom
guess that
Hearts
makes sense.
3. Sora's gotta train, Riku and Mickey gotta rescue Aqua, Kairi's got to maybe develop into a character? And Xehanort is off somewhere trying to get the 7 Pieces of Light and the Sex Club to go to prom together. What'll happen? Will Xehanort reassemble the Keyblade only for Yen Sid to pull a King of Red Lions and be like, I made this? Will the Disney and Final Fantasy characters actually have any kind of bearing on the overall plot? Will we meet a character without pointy anime hair?
Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's by watching the video right now. It's time for Kingdom Hearts 3!
Kingdom Hearts 3. You might be here because you just can't be bothered to play Kingdom Hearts 3, or maybe it's the year 2082 and you're looking for a refresher before Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out. Hi kids.
Oh
it's
god, there's
me,
gonna be
your
another one? I
grandpa
thought this was
in
the last one.
past. If you're confused and lost, well, I mean, we all are, but you should probably watch my other video first, covering everything up.
I did watch it. Don't you worry.
Last we saw Sora, he was getting told by Yen Sid to get good. His main task is to relearn the power of waking, which will allow him to help those jumbled up hearts inside of him in Angelia's jam once and for all. I guess
Because there's like 5 different personalities sitting in his heart for some reason.
that's technically what he did with Kairi's heart back in Kingdom Hearts 1, but with the power of waking, he shouldn't have to poke his soft underbelly and turn into a bug. Yen Sid gives everybody who matters new clothing and sends them off.
Oh no, it's not another X on his shirt so they can track him again, is it? Is he actually evil? Is Yen Sid a bad guy?
Also, be on the lookout for Keyblade wielders. We need like 2 more to get to 7.
He says. Sora, Donald, and Goofy fly through a bunch of completely arbitrary Disney worlds that once again do not matter in the slightest, and Sora learns absolutely nothing about the power of wake. Jack Sparrow is actually a bunch of crabs in
Wait, the power of waking? Was that when they woke everyone up from the 7 games ago?
trench coat, and Rex from Toy Story is obsessed with this hot new video game you wish you were playing instead called Verum Rex. Wait,
Verum
is he
Rex?
obsessed with it because he thinks it's about him? Oh, and you can make Olaf.
Aww.
Also,
Oh,
Maleficent
yeah,
and Peter Pan,
baby,
they're
that's
looking for
right.
Bob. They don't find Pet. Along the way,
no.
we're reintroduced to the real Organization 13 and learn who the rest of the members are. Disappointingly, they're all characters we already know. Boo! In addition to the Norts we saw in Dream Drop Distance, there's Larxene, Marluxia, Luxord, Vexen, and Demix. But now they all have yellow eyes. Yo-oh!
Because they all got Norted, so they're all part Xanahort.
Also joining the gang is Vanitas from Birth by Sleep and Dark Riku, a time-traveling replica Riku from Chain of Memories.
Wait, I thought that he was dead.
This is a different Riku than the replica Riku we met in Castle Oblivion.
Oh,
and
cool.
we know this because that replica Riku is hanging
not
out
dead.
inside of the original Riku like a teenager loitering outside of 7-Eleven. There's also
Right. Why does he still
a
exist?
hand-wavy explanation as to why Ansem and Xemnas blowing up revived old man Xehanort instead of Terranort, but don't worry about it because Terranort is back too, and
Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. How can he also be back? What the fuck? How can you have Terranort and Xanahort and also Ansem and the other guy when they're all parts of one same whole? It's like they just duplicated him. But you can't just create that from nothing.
even another hooded figure we'll get to later. This is way more than 13. There's too many hooded figures in this game. Some of the other former members of Organization 13 decided to be good and stay as somebodies. They hang out back at Ansem the Wise's place and dig through his stuff and find his naughty magazines. They text Sora old memes sometimes. The
Oh,
somebodies
no.
figure out what we
Ugh.
learned,
Rage
like, 3
comics?
games ago.
Really?
That Sora has all these hearts jellying up his jam. Sora's like, I don't know if any of them even technically count as people, but we gotta help them out. He sets out to free Roxas because, ew, girls are icky. But he
Wait, Roxas? But Roxas is inside of him. And Roxas was his nobody. Why would you? How is he still?
to a problem.
How does he still
One,
exist?
Roxas doesn't have a body anymore. And for
Yeah.
2, Sora doesn't know how to release Roxas's heart. Wait, hold up. Since when do nobodies have hearts? I thought the whole point was that they're a shell without a heart. You know what? I have no more fight left in me. It's fine. Wrong is hooded. This plot is convoluted. Roxas's friends show up and are like, hey, we don't remember Roxas. We were only friends with him inside a computer. And Sora's like, oh yeah. there
Right,
should be
yeah,
a
the
copy
data
his
game,
heart
of
in the
course.
Computer. But they don't know Ansem's password. Beep boop sad toot. Meanwhile, Riku and Mickey are so bad at rescuing Aqua that she turns into anti-Aqua. Which
She
is
just
actually
turns
fine because,
evil?
I mean, she's rock. Mickey goes, what happened? And she's like, I was trapped here for 10 years and turned evil and got this sweet outfit. What took
It does
you
look
so
sick.
long? And Riku's like, I couldn't find my big car, my bad, lol. Sora pops out of a portal and helps
This
his
is a
boyfriend
hilarious
Riku beat up
Keyblade.
Darkwa with the
I hope
power
that's
of
real.
the Keyblade TM. They
The gay blade?
unlock Aqua's
That's awesome.
face so hard she turns good again.
Why?
They zip over to Castle
They
Oblivion.
did
and
it?
Aqua turns it back into the land of departure, and they find Sleepy Ventus right where she left him having a big ol' nap. Sora tries
Wait, I thought Ventus got like blown up.
to use the power
He's alive
of
the whole time?
waking, but Vanitas pops up and attacks Aqua. He's like, heh heh, and she's like, oh no. Suddenly, Sora learns the actual power of waking because
Because anime moments require you to unlock incredible strength during times of great need.
you know, they had an opportunity to make the Disney worlds relevant, but no, you know what, now is fine, this'll do. Ventus's heart poots out of Sora and into Ventus, and Ventus wakes up. He jumps in front of Vanitas and goes, remember me? And Vanitas goes,
Oh, that's cute. Because that's what I said in Birth by Sleep when
and Ventus bops him on the noggin.
Ow.
Did you toot?
Elsewhere, Vexen grabs Demyx and is like,
Wait, I forgot Xehanort isn't even a real goth. Let's bounce.
what do you mean? You willingly came back and let yourself get Norded.
I'm a double agent. I'm working for Ansem the Wise. Let's go.
And on their way,
But like he's like half possessed though. If you get noted, that's like a slight possession. At least a little bit, right? So you wouldn't have that kind of free will unless you had incredibly strong will, like they probably do. Psh, that makes sense. Huh?
out, they steal an empty replica body for Rock for later. Oh, and Ansem the
What?
Wise is totally fine and wandering
Sure,
about
okay,
in the
you have
background,
replica
but he
bodies, that's
rarely
fine.
does anything, so don't worry about him. Back at Yen Sid's
He should be the one doing the most, considering this is all kind of his fault. The bad guy was his assistant the whole time anyway, so it's kind of his problem. He should be dealing with
place,
it.
the 7 Guardians of Light are finally assembled. Sora, Riku, Mickey, Aqua, and Ventus are joined by Kairi and Lee, who spent 10 hyperbolic time chamber minutes in Merlin's moon bounce, so they're totally trained and up to the task.
Does Kyrie get something to do now?
Is this really the best we have? Okay, y'all ready to fight Xehanort?
Yeah, baby!
And Sid,
says Goofy.
if the 7 and the 13 fight each other, then that'll summon the Keyblade, right? Yes, what's your point? So if we don't fight them, then Xehanort can never win.
Shut up, Goofy! That doesn't make for a good video game plot.
Wow, B, you're as smart as you are handsome. But if we refuse to fight, Xehanort will just use the 7 princesses of heart instead.
Wait, how is he allowed to do that? Wasn't it supposed to be one or the other and the guy like didn't know? Is he just allowed to use both now?
Cries Sora. I won't stand by and let Nordy Nort hurt Jasmine and Belle and Snow White and...
No, actually, we're done with those princesses. It's
What?
all about Frozen and Tangled now.
True, you do need to sell more figures of these characters.
It's all about Tangled and Frozen. It may be, Moana. eventually. Now go, appease our
So you just change the
shareholders
princesses
and
when
fight
they're
that
not popular
Terranort.
anymore? That makes
So the
sense.
7 Guardians of Light and Donald and Goofy take the battle bus to the Keyblade graveyard. They battle against the billion Heartless, and Sora
Nice.
defeats them with a choo-choo train.
Awesome.
But then
I love
Terranort
trains so
shows
much.
up
That's awesome.
and kills everybody. Oopsie poopsie.
Even though he shouldn't exist, but
Sora
okay,
wakes
sure.
up dead in the final world.
Oh my
and
God,
puts
he's
his
actually
soul
dead.
back together by running through an Escher painting and high-fiving himself a lot. He brings everyone back to life.
What is
and
this,
they
the
find
ending of Harry
another wave
Potter?
of a billion Heartless. But this time, they summon the power of Union Cross and surf on a wave of Keyblades, and the ghost of this guy without pointy
What?
anime hair winks at Sora.
Okay, who's that?
Called it. Yen
that?
Sid, tired of everyone's incompetence, blasts down from orbit and makes a path through the Heartless.
Moses, I'm doing a Moses!
He yells. Finally, after countless games and years upon years of waiting, we have our 7 and our 13 face off against each other.
Which calls the Keyblade.
Tense. Why? And a tumbleweed rolls past. But Xehanort goes,
Lol, no poof, here's a maze.
Sora
What?
works his
No.
way through
What,
Xehanort's last
what a massive amount of blue balls that is.
corn maze of cheap suspense and takes out some organization members. He helps turn Terranort back into Terra, and Replica Riku kills Dark Riku while Riku watches. And Sora goes, check please. The final hooded member is revealed to be Xion, and she's
Oh, wait, but I thought she was also dead.
evil again. But off screen, Ansem the Wise was able to log into his computer after finding his password underneath the keyboard and put Roxas's Digi heart into the replica body, and so Roxas enters
Oh,
the fight.
Roxas
Xion goes,
time!
"Wait, nope, I got my heart back from Sora. Thanks, Sora, I'm good again." And he's like, when did that happen? Whoa! All the while, each fight
okay.
is bringing Xehanort one shard closer to the Keyblade. Kairi, for the first time ever, is about to do a thing.
Let's go, Kairi!
She gets kidnapped. Oh,
No!
how convenient.
Kyrie.
Maybe next time, Kairi. Maybe next time.
Kyrie
Sora's
almost did
like,
something.
"Heck, I'm not gonna fight and let you summon the Keyblade. I throw down my sword." But
That was Goofy's idea the whole time, but should have listened to Goofy.
Xehanort goes,
Oh yeah, what if I do this?
"Psh, okay, sure.
Oh, no.
Threaten someone I don't even know.
This is Kyrie from Destiny Islands.
I think I know what Riku looks like."
Kinky murdered, your friend is now murdered.
And he kills Kairi. Wait,
Oh,
I think I remember who she is now.
no.
No.
She has slightly less personality now that she's dead, but
In a
not too much
frenzy,
less.
Sora defeats the last Norts, allowing Xehanort to summon the Keyblade.
Well, you just let him fucking do that. Good job, idiots.
I made this.
"Oh yeah, that was the thing I was supposed to do. Whoops," he says.
Now I'll summon Kingdom
alright, it's just some
Hearts
final
and
boss
make it
battles.
purple and drippy.
Says
Oh,
Xehanort.
no,
"Duck
not the Kingdom
noises,"
Hearts.
says Don.
Wait, I thought the Kingdom Hearts was like a land and not an actual heart because they opened the door to Kingdom Hearts and it was like they couldn't close it, so it was like an area. Unless the
Says
heart was just
Goofy,
like through
or at
there.
least he should have. Mickey, realizing he should probably do something of note in this game, stops
Please take a shot off. Please take a shot off. Please take a shot off.
time and pulls Sora aside.
Damn it.
It turns out that most of the organization members you killed were traveling through time, which is why they were back even though you defeated them before. And Xehanort is the portal that lets them do that.
Which still doesn't make sense because even if you defeat them, they cease to exist unless they don't cease to exist and they're just like big chilling somewhere. They're just like, oh damn, we got beat. That sucks so bad. And then they got time traveled. But that also doesn't make sense because like there's 2 parts to the Xanahort and then they fuse them together and they make Xanahort, but then there's 2 Xanahorts now, but then there's 2 Xanahorts, but there's also the Heartless version of Xanahort and there's also the Nobi version of Xanahort, which are all alive somehow.
Of sense. Thank you, Mickey Senpai.
Oh no, is that a wave of Heartless I see?
Stop.
Yes!
So they dive into the portal that is Xehanort and wind up in Scala ad Calum, the stairway to the sky, and prepare for
Sure.
their final, ultimate, you better believe it's gonna be epic, anime showdown. Sora
Okay,
believes in himself.
awesome.
Xehanort turns into a goat, and the player
What?
just L2 a lot, trying to select right. Damn it! Well, at least someone.
Yes,
turned into
boat
a
fight.
goat. At last, Xehanort is defeated.
Darn grummit. My plan was awesome. Everyone was gonna be all like, oh, Xehanort, you're so cool.
But you're not so cool, old friend.
Everyone
Wait,
gasps
who
with
is-
astonishment because it's the ghost of Ericus present.
Oh,
this is
he's
one
back!
detail I probably should have mentioned in the last video. When Ericus died in Birth by Sleep, his little soul particles got caught in Terra's hair, and he's been quietly
No.
hanging out inside of Terra this
No.
whole time.
No, dude, no! What do you mean to go call Terra's
There
at?
it goes.
Heck, I guess you're right. I quit. Let's go get
Nobody ever dies in this. There's no consequence to death in this video game.
Ericus and Xehanort hold hands and fly off into space, and there goes any chance
Oh, they're
to get
friends?
catharsis. Okay, cool. This is super underwhelming. Sora picks up the Keyblade and swooshes everything back to normal, and everyone's like, hooray!
Well, they did
chilling
it.
with Roxas and
That's
Shion.
it. That's the end of the
Aqua's hanging
series,
out with
right?
Ventus and Terra, none of whom have aged in 10 years, okay? And Sora goes to Riku and is like,
Well, spit me out like the pit of a palpu fruit. I can't believe we all made it back in one piece.
and Riku goes,
You do remember Kairi died, right?
Oh, fuck, Kairi died.
Oh yeah,
oops.
but if I bring her heart back, I'll be lost forever.
Where
What?
does it say that?
It says right here in my dramatic endings for Dingus's book that I ate for lunch.
So Sora brings Kairi back to life and fades away.
Why? Why would you bring Kairi back?
Later, nerds.
And just then,
She
Naminé
sucks.
walks over and starts breakdancing.
What?
Meanwhile, Pete and Maleficent actually find the box they've been searching for this whole time, and it turns out to be the Master of Masters box.
The
from Union
Pandora's-
Box. Remember
oh.
that one right there? Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna open Pandora's box,
The
are they?
figure arrives and summons 4 of the 5 foretellers. They're like, Sup, Luciu, the other apprentice from Union Cross whose face we've never seen. You were right here in the lineup. Yep, that's you. Why have you portaled us here to the future? Also, we're missing Snake Girl or Rabbit Girl or whatever. And Luciu takes off their hood and reveals themselves to be
Is it someone I already know? It's not Sora, is it?
Zigbar.
What?
They apparently didn't die earlier. And
Wait, so he's from the past? He's from like way far in the past then. He like precedes Xanaholt. But he's just like big chilling the entire time, being like a lackey? For what purpose?
Luciu.
Why would you?
Zigbar or Luciu is like, whoops, looks like Xehanort's out of the picture and I'm the villain now. Hornga's hens, the ride never ends, hee hee hee. And then Sora wakes up in Tokyo and the guy from
What?
Ferrum Rex is there. Yes, the guy from the fictional game Rex was obsessed with. I do not know. Don't look at me. And that's it for Kingdom Hearts 3. Or is it? Might be. Most of Kingdom Hearts 3 took place in an alternate timeline dreamscape, and there's actually some semi-decent evidence to back that up. I don't
What?
know. There's a link in the description to the theory.
I know less now about Kingdom Hearts than I thought I knew when I started. What is this? I don't understand. Anyways, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna go purge my brain now. I don't know what's going on.